Hey, happy end of May. Show 371. We are back after a rather lengthy break, almost 4 weeks. It was just crazy. And I ended up just doing a lot of work on the weekends in addition to trying to catch up. So we are back here Memorial Day weekend 2022. Everybody's doing well. I just posted the link. So if we can get a couple people to pop in, a lot of images to go over. Hopefully we can get through them all here today. Have to keep the show relatively on time. Got some food in the oven that needs to be consumed. I did some ribs on the old Big Green Egg and got it in the oven, finishing up the cook on there. So should be done a little bit after 7. So see if we can get out of here by a little bit after 7. Everybody else on with the weekend. Summer's definitely here. Well, almost here. 95% of the way here. Nice warm temperatures, but no humidity yet. So that's supposed to show up in the this coming week. So we should have the humidity hit us here in the Atlanta area, and summer will be full on. But been a kind of a crazy month. Lots of stuff going on, and as usual, never enough time, which is what usually happens. So if we can get through some stuff here today, and check in with everybody. See everybody is at. But I don't know if anybody plans for the weekend. We really didn't. Not too much. We're going out and meeting up with some friends next weekend. It was just too tough this weekend to get together with all the stuff going on with other people. So we're just kind of laying low this weekend, enjoying the extra day off. Ended up working a little bit yesterday and today. I'll probably work none tomorrow is the goal. And just relax. It's supposed to be a really nice day here in Georgia. So get out and go for a nice walk or hike in the morning, and then relax and do some stuff on the grill for the afternoon. That's the plan, at least. There's Frank. Add Frank in here.
Hey, man.
Hey, Frank. How's it going?
Doing all right, and you?
Doing well. Busy, but I'm still here, so yeah.
That's good. Being here and busy at the same time, that's always a good thing.
Yeah. It's been a crazy last few weeks. Super busy work-wise, which is mostly good and bad a little bit, and just because it sucks up time. So, but
that's a bad problem to have. It's a great problem, I should say.
Yeah. It's like I said, good and bad. Yeah, I'm not complaining. So it's the business. What I do is it's kind of cyclical. So I'll take the business when I can get it, and bank it a little bit for those. There's a few months out of the year where it's usually not quite as busy. So you got to do what you can to moderate and balance it out as much as possible. So There's Wes. Hey, Wes.
Hey, guys.
Good.
Wes.
Good. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. You got the Rocky Mountains on your shirt there, looks like.
Oh, yeah. It's a Subaru shirt. A very subtle Subaru shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They are all about the outdoors. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Hey, Coach. Welcome. So congratulations, Wes. I saw on the feed that you did pass did you take it this last week, right?
Yeah, on Thursday.
Okay, great. Good. So on to the next one. You have to start studying for another certification now, or
I'm taking the summer off.
Okay.
No more studying for a while.
Yeah, that's that's always nice to get through something like that. So yeah, you deserve some time off after that, because I know you were studying quite a bit for that.
Yeah, I was required to have it done before my 1-year anniversary at my work. So
okay, yeah. So
that's in August. So it's coming up.
Yeah, that way you gave yourself a little extra just in case, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. No, you don't want to be cutting it down to the last week.
No, yeah.
something
There
like
are
that.
there are some people there that have had that issue where they
Oh wow.
were running out of time,
Yeah. That's not the
failed multiple times, but
yeah. And running out of that 1 year clock is getting close to chiming, huh?
yeah.
Okay. Well, good. So, anything going on this weekend? Big? You've got all 3 days off. Do you have tomorrow off as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow off as well.
Okay.
We went to the Florida Folk Festival yesterday,
Oh,
which
nice.
is always on Memorial Day weekend.
Okay. All right. Is it good attendance this year?
It's definitely down. They haven't had it the past basically past 2 years, and then this is
Okay.
the first year they've had it since like 2019.
Okay. All right. So they didn't do anything at all. Obviously 20, but nothing even 2021, huh? No.
Yeah, well, they did a virtual one. People performed on the internet kind of
Okay.
thing, but they didn't have any
Yeah.
kind of in person, And that's the best way to experience live music is to
Oh
to
yeah.
go there and see it live.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So did they have some good performances then?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Good.
There was a good number of people there still, but it was definitely down from past
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a challenge. I know we've been subscriber, going to the 5 or 6 concerts a year for the Atlanta Symphony. I don't know, for the last 5 or 6 years, and last year and a half, they did it better than a lot of symphonies, but they were able to move over to doing virtual, which was nice, but it's not the same as being there, So it was.
Yeah.
It's always nice to get back to. I mean, if you're paying to see live music, you don't like to see live music rather than on a Zoom call. So that's. Hey, I saw the Grateful Dead, and they were on Zoom. Oh wait.
Great seats.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's. How about you, Frank? Been doing good?
Yeah, doing all right.
Okay.
Been looking to actually get into audio because I don't have my neighbor was going to throw away her late husband's stereo system, and so I said, no, I'll take it since I don't have one.
Yeah.
And it's a TIAC integrated hi-fi amp receiver, and some smaller Altec Lansing Altec Lansing speakers.
Oh, okay.
And man, that thing sounds bad.
How old is it? Do you know how old the system is?
I have no idea. Probably a good 20 years old. Okay. I mean, it's a 5.1, and it doesn't have any HDMI anywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get a turntable, and then I plugged it in and listened to it and said, no, I got to start from scratch.
Yeah. Well, you can get I mean, if you're looking, are you looking just for like 2-channel? You're not looking for, are you looking for surround sound and all that?
No. I'm looking for a nice, 2-channel.
Nice 2-channel amplifier and a couple of smallish speakers. You don't need huge floor standing speakers or anything like that. There's some good.
I'm debating because when I'm not sure. The area that I would probably most likely listen to would be in my living room, which is not terribly large, and where it would be, there would be a wall on the left side, a little short wall about 3.5 feet.
Length. Like a half wall. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it L's out this way, and then there's an open space going into the breakfast area kitchen.
Okay.
So acoustically, it's a shit design, and I would probably be maybe 12, 14 feet away listening.
The speakers? Okay.
Yeah.
So can you get the speakers, if you're 12 feet away, can you get the speakers about 10 to 12 feet apart from each other? So you kind of sit in like a little triangle? Is that doable?
If they were going to be fixed, no.
Okay.
They would probably be about 6-7 feet from side to side apart. Okay. But if I had them on sliders, furniture sliders, then I could move them out and separate them quite quite nicely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So that might be. So yeah, I mean, you could, depending how big the room is. How big? What is it? So is it have a high ceiling? Does it have like a vaulted ceiling?
It does.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So maybe like 15 by 20 with a vaulted ceiling size, or it opens up into the rest of it. So it's like a great room type of thing, right? So
more or less.
Okay. Yeah.
Semi-great.
Yeah.
Not so great room.
Well, if you're sitting 10 feet away, say 10 feet away, and that's going to be primary. If you're going to actually sit down and really listen to the music and be 10 feet away, you don't need monstrous speakers or a super powerful amp,
No,
and when you're not listening critically, air quotes, critically listening, you can just turn it up a little bit and just have, music on while you're doing other stuff, which is
yeah, but it's like when I buy photography gear.
Oh yeah.
You want the best you can get.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be one of these people that buys and then upgrades, buys and upgrades and buys. I don't want to do that. I want to buy it one time and have it for the rest of my life.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's tough though, because sometimes when you get stuff home, it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And you won't know until you get it home and try it.
Exactly. That's
the biggest thing that won't work out probably would be the speakers. I mean, that's kind of the wild card is the speakers.
If I could get them on loan for a while, that would, and just try them out.
Yeah. Do you have? Well, you're in the Bay Area there, so you probably still have a few brick and mortar type audio stores in the area.
They're probably going to be either in San Jose or San Francisco.
Okay.
I know there's a place called Music Lovers in Berkeley.
Okay.
And there's a Klipsch in Sacramento, which is probably a good hour and a half drive. But with my backup, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Okay. How about even someplace like some of the Best Buys have a little bit larger dedicated.
Magnolias?
Yeah.
They carry Klipsch as well, but not the high end ones like the Heresies or the Scala.
Yeah. So a lot of
love to get a pair of Scala.
Yeah, you just got to figure out what your realistic budget is, whatever that is, and then whether it's 1,000, 5,000, whatever it is, and then depending on all the stuff that you want, if you want to so would you do CD, turntable, and then would that be it pretty much?
I'm still thinking about that because what if I had an album or an album collection for the stuff I loved, which have my CDs, have some albums that basically duplicate that for the ones that I really like, but for the ones that are epic, the ones that are like on the top 10 list of mine, have a reel-to-reel.
Oh boy, that's money. There's a budget for the system, and then there's a separate budget for the reel-to-reel.
But that's exactly why I said for only the ones that Desert Island kind of tracks like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, that's the Rolling Stones, maybe the Beatles, and that's about it.
Yeah,
but those are going to be thousands of dollars a piece in some cases.
Yeah.
Well, in some cases,
to get a good quality reel-to-reel, something like that, at minimum of probably $500 for a good quality tape.
It's the tapes that are the problem.
The tapes,
they didn't make many.
They don't make money, and the ones that you want are the first ones. You don't want any remastered ones. If you can get a Rolling Stone pressed out or recorded in the '60s, it's going to be vastly superior, as you guys probably already know, to something that's current.
Yeah, and so
they're going to be around $400.
No matter how much you're willing to spend on it, and that's the challenge. Like Coach says in the chat, that's called a Joe D problem: buy then upgrade. But I mean, that's if you're gonna, and Wes, chime in here, because I'm gonna say if you want to let's just go turntable and CD player. Would you do stream? Would you do like streaming Would you like to?
Yeah, I'd get it. I'd get a DAC.
Yeah,
and
get a streaming
do
DAC.
something like some sort of streaming service, whatever you
Can
pick your poison.
Stream high-end quality audio that's better than CD.
Yeah,
at least as good as CD. Now they say it's higher resolution, but can you really hear the difference? Probably not. I mean, that's the big debate. That's a
your bottleneck would be your speakers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then the room and your ability to hear. I mean, that's ultimately it. But yeah, you can get CD quality streaming at a high bit rate that is, just as good. I mean, most people would argue it's almost just as good as a good quality, CD player.
Yeah,
most DACs will take most of those streaming services, like Tidal. That's probably the most audiophile-ish.
Yeah, I've heard of Tidal before. Yeah,
Tidal. Qobuz is the other one, but Tidal's bigger, I think. Spotify.
What about buying and downloading that type of music?
You can do that.
You can do that. It's you're going to be spending $25-$30 a Tidal.
A Tidal.
Yeah, they're not cheap to buy.
It's opposed to a CD.
You can download. Well, actually, it's kind of funny. I was just looking at some stuff on Chesky. You familiar with Chesky Records?
Never heard of it.
Wes, they're an audiophile. David Chesky, New York. He does a lot of jazz and folk and that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And almost all the stuff is Chesky. Chesky Records. They've done CDs, but a lot of their stuff is, and he does a lot of, he's a recording engineer and musician. So they do a lot of recording in like churches and real, audiophile-ish spaces, and the music's super well recorded. But most of their stuff now is, they don't do, maybe a few that they've done albums, but everything else is either download or CD. And you can download off of their site, because I was looking at a few artists I was thinking of getting. You can download CD quality. So like 4416 for $12 to $13, and then as you bump up the bit rate, it goes like 12, then 18, then 24. So you could download a high res for like $25, but a good CD quality file for $12 to $15, which is kind of in the range of a CD, and you just download it to your hard drive, and then you stream from the hard drive to the DAC basically.
So here I'm looking at just one random pick. It says the Jazz Camerata, resolution 9624, and it's $18.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you can do 40. Was it 44? 16.
But I assume that's for the whole album, not just per track.
Oh no, that's the whole album. Yeah, that's the whole album. Yeah. So you could definitely do that, and a lot of that stuff, if you have a streaming service. A lot of that stuff will be on the streaming service. So that's one of those things that if you really, that's what I do. You probably do this too, Wes. You find a streaming and you find something you're interested in. Mm-hmm. You listen to it on the streaming service to see if it's something you want to pay money for, to either get the vinyl or actually own the CD or the file, which could might sound better. But yeah.
I'd mostly use streaming service for discovery rather than listening, because if I'm listening to something, I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah. And I'm about half and half. I'll do definitely for discovery, and if I really like it, then I'll give it a listen once or twice, and then if I really like it, then I'll buy it a lot of times.
I've been looking at some videos for this company called Deckware. I don't know.
The amps.
Yeah. Those are nice, but there's like a 1 year waiting list.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the waiting list now? It's gone up. 6 months ago, it was 6 months, so it's going up.
Well, yeah, I can imagine, because it's probably hard to get some of those components.
Yeah, and it's hand. I mean, the guy builds them himself.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like one or two. It's probably 2 or 3 people that are building those. I think he's hired a few people over the last few years, but that's his name. Declan, I think is his full last name. Decker, yeah. But yeah, those get really, there's a lot. Yeah. So it's just going to depend whether you want to go tube or transistor.
Tube.
Yeah. Okay.
Tube. So, spending three something on an amp, I think that's doable for me.
Okay, about 3,000 or so.
Yeah.
So there's a
I
lot.
wouldn't want to
a lot in
spend
that
something
range.
like my brother-in-law did. I think he spent closer to six or seven.
Was he got? Did he buy Macintosh? Was he buying?
Yeah.
Macintosh? Yeah, you can't get Macintosh for that price anymore. It's gone way up.
No.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of choices. Maybe we need to chat offline about that because yeah, I mean, there's a lot, but you can get a nice tube amp with decent power. You probably need pretty efficient speakers.
That's why I was looking at the Klipsch.
Yeah,
Like
the Klipsch,
the Heresy 4s.
which are like 94, 96 sensitivity. So yeah.
Yeah.
You need, if you get 5 or 10 watts max, that'd be all you would need to power those to very comfortable.
These are half that. That's the amp, 2.3 amp. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Deckware, yeah, 2 to 4 watts per channel. Yeah, I've got a it's called a fire bottle amp, made by Dennis Had, who is the guy that did Carry Audio back in the day.
Yeah, not familiar.
So he hand makes amps. So it's 12 watts per channel, and I have fairly efficient speakers. The room I do my major listening in is like 12 by 12 or 12 by 13 or something like that. So it's more than enough for that. But yeah, if you get efficient speakers like Klipsch or something like that, yeah, you could get by with a few watts per channel.
The other thing I can do is I can put it in this room. I would just have to get a different desk for my computer and kind of rearrange things, but I could just put it in here. Because here, this nice square, the ceilings are 8 foot. Only one small window. That's it. So the acoustics are a hell of a lot better than what it is in my living room.
Yeah, if you've got a little bit more of a rectangle in that, if that room's more of a rectangle than a square,
yeah,
put the speakers on the short wall, sit on the long wall,
right,
set up that way. And even if you were to do it in your living room, it would probably be, if you could set it up that way where the speakers would be on the shorter wall and then sit back on it, that gives you a good starting point.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you could get a nice tube amp, some sort of preamp, and some Klipsch speakers, depending which ones you got. Yeah. So are you looking like a total system, maybe 5,000 to 10,000, something like that?
Over the long haul, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If not more. I mean,
yeah.
Years out.
Yeah. Well, if you buy the separate parts, you can always upgrade later. If you want.
All right, to it. I got the CD DVD thing going. I got an Oppo DVD player.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not a El Cheapo thing, but it's not NAD crazy expensive.
No, you could start off with that, which is very respectable, and you just
5,000
plug it in that way. And then if you want to get an external DAC later on, you can go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And then go out to the DAC, and then just use the player as the.
What would I use the DAC for again?
Well, the DAC is
the digital analog. So
that would be probably, your player has a DAC in it. It's all in one.
Right.
An Oppo player has a DAC in it, but most DACs that you would buy that are external would probably be better quality than what's in the player. But the one in the player is probably pretty decent, good enough for you to decide what you like and don't like about your system, and then you could use that as a baseline. Because
it would go audio out from the DVD player to the DAC, and from the DAC it would go to the amp.
Yeah, it'd be digital from the player to the DAC.
Yeah, go digital output from the player to the DAC. The DAC would do the conversion to analog, and then it would send it out to either your amp or your preamp.
Got it.
From there. So, but yeah, you wouldn't need to start off. And I would probably just recommend, don't even get the DAC at the beginning. If your player works, use it. Get everything else set up the way you like. Play with it, and then if you want to start, that would be the next upgrade. Would be to do a separate DAC from your player.
It should be good enough.
Oh yeah.
To start off with. Though there was a story about that one. I forgot, can't remember the name of this company. It wasn't Luxman. It was something else. They had actually bought unbranded versions from Oppo of their player, put their name on it, and charged $3,000 for it. And the thing that really is the pisser on this story here is that the audiophile magazines were saying, "Oh, how much better it was."
Yeah.
But it's exactly the same item.
It's the same thing with a different case and maybe a name on it. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's all he did.
Yeah. The energy electronics were the same. Yeah, I remember hearing about that too. So yeah, it just shows you the power of suggestion.
Yeah. The placebo effect.
I mean, it to a certain extent.
Put these $10,000 cables onto you,
and
it'll sound better.
The things that are going to make the biggest difference is probably, I would say, number one is going to be the speakers. I mean, that's ultimately, every speaker is going to sound different just because every speaker is designed differently. And then probably if you're going tubes, then it would probably be the amplifier itself. And then after that, then it's the quality of the music and the DAC. But the speakers are going to be by far the biggest influence on whether you like the music or not. And that's going to be from how do the image, what's the response? Is it they shrill, or they mellow, or they bass?
These things that I have now, the highs are painful.
Yeah. Yeah. So your room is the biggest thing. Your room is the biggest thing, then the speakers. Yeah. So.
But then I also have to realize that down the line my tastes are going to change. Hopefully they'll get more sophisticated as I'm doing more critical listening. But my hearing is going to go to shit in about 10 to 20 years. Mm-hmm. So during that time, it's going to be a slow migration downhill.
Yeah. No, it's funny. You go to the like the audio shows, and all the audio geeks are listening, and you got a bunch of old guys in their 70s and 80s, and they're like, "Oh, I can hear the difference between this cable and that cable." I was like, "You can't hear that. There's no way." Yeah. You probably have to put and as they put their hearing aids back in when they're done listening. So. Well, that's quite a rabbit hole.
I'll get my hearing aids made by Sonus.
Yeah. I got audiophile hearing aids.
$40,000 a year
with titanium unicorn fart coated drivers in my hearing aids.
Come on, they don't put titanium in.
The coating was from the asteroid that hit the Earth.
They killed the dinos. Yeah. I tell you, the turntable that kind of really intrigued me was High Fidelity's Harmony turntable. That looked really nice. Again, this is just on a very large list.
Yeah. So there's almost an unlimited number of possibilities. I would say, get an idea on kind of the speakers and you can do that by going and listening. It's not going to be the same sound, but you can get the general idea. Hey, are these sound good overall? Like smaller, bigger, and then start narrowing it down that way, and then.
I definitely would not buy the amp first.
Yeah. No, I would take a look at figure out the budget, and then maybe the speakers along with the amp, and then everything else would be down the road from there, I would think.
Yeah, I was listening to some of those videos, and the guy was saying, what was the company we were just talking about? Not Derek, but
Deckware.
Mm-hmm. The presenter was talking about how he called up or sent an email over, and Decker actually said, "Don't buy this one. It won't sound good with your setup. Buy this one," even though it was less expensive, which was a nice thing, nice customer service. But if you're, especially when you're dealing with an amp that's only 2.3 or 2.4.
That limits. I mean, that does, which is not a bad thing, but that definitely limits the potential choices, because you want to make sure you get a speaker that pairs very well.
That's why I wanted to get the speaker first because I'm not even sure what kind of sound I want. Do I want it clinical? Do I want a warm, tube, solid state kind of a thing on the amp side?
No,
So
I would
I'm
start
not
off.
sure where
You
I'm at.
could take some music that you like, whether you got a CD or whatever.
Yeah.
Go and just listen to various types of speakers. If you can compare, but just to get an idea on what the speakers sound like generally, whether you like, because every speaker is going to, music that you're familiar with, that hey, this is what what I like the sound of this or not, and then listen to it on different speakers, and then start there. Yeah, that's. Welcome to the rabbit hole.
It is a deep one.
Yeah, it is. But it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, there's a lot of choices. But yeah, that would be my recommendation. Start with start listening to speakers to get an idea. What they generally sound like, and then branch out from there.
I gotta say, the last time I was actually in a good, I don't know if you remember Century Stereo. It used to be in San Mateo.
No.
Yeah, well, they at the time they carried stuff like Nakamichi and Carver, and a lot of those old
back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah,
and I listened to a pair of TEF speakers, and those things were really memorable.
Mm-hmm.
The sound was so rich, you could just hear the texture of the texture of the voice.
That's gonna be the thing. You're gonna want to, and if you don't know which speakers generally sound like what, you can the salesperson or whatever can give you an idea. Hey, this is brighter, this is more mellow, this is whatever, and then you can listen to it and say,
not my cup of tea, or
I like it, or I don't like it, and then you can start narrowing down.
Yeah. It's when I get goosebumps. That's when I know I'm listening to something good.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Rui, good to see you. How is the family? You've got 6 months old now, or 4 or 5 months old at this point, I think, for the little one. So, yeah. Well, let's dive into some images. We've got a lot. I don't know if we'll be able to get through them all here, but we'll go through and do that. But yeah, Frank, I would maybe I've got your email. I'll put some thoughts together over the next week or so and give you some ideas.
Great,
things because there's so much to look at in it, and you got to start somewhere and figure out generally what you like and what you don't like, and then narrow down, because it's you could spend the rest of your life looking at stuff and still not find what you're looking for. For sure. But it's a fun hobby. It is for sure. Okay, so what am I got here? I think Chrome tab. Yeah. Okay, so let me find it here. There we go. All right. Let's go through it. It looks like Simi's been busy. Some variations on some stuff that we've already seen. How far up were we going here? We saw that. We saw that. We saw that. Or we just, or maybe. It's been a few weeks, so that kind of. I think we saw this one.
I don't think we've seen those. I think maybe like the one with the covered bridge there that you're on.
I think that was what the last ones we looked at. Yeah.
It doesn't show you the upload date.
Yeah. No,
it only shows the taking date.
Yeah. Taken March 25th. So I think this was probably the last one we were looking at. These ones here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Was this the pool? No, these are new. Yeah, these are new ones.
Yeah, I think I've seen those.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's start off with this one. I think that's probably the best one. So this is I guess we saw that. Yeah, this was the last one from last time. So looking from inside the bridge out towards, and he called this where Matt and Millie forged our love, and there's Matt and Millie over there on the on the post. It's kind of a neat one. All right. So that was the last one. Okay, so here's the bridge from below. I'm assuming, yeah, probably the same bridge. And this is like a diversionary pipe or something. I wonder if they were like powering a mill or something with that. That old, looks like an old cast iron pipe or something. Pretty old.
Flood control, maybe?
Yeah, it might be. Or just, siphoning off water to go somewhere else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just taken on March 25th. So right before the leaves started popping out up there. Everything should be fully leafed out up there now, into May. You guys in the full humidity down there, Wes?
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
pretty warm and humid.
Yeah, we're supposed to hit us this week. It's been nice. It's been warm but relatively dry. But they're saying, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're gonna get the humidity. So this
That's what one of the things that was kind of bugs me about moving out of California, especially to a place like a Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be the humidity.
Yeah. That's the thing that gets a lot of people because California is relatively dry, and when it's really hot, you're in the desert, and it's dry generally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a lot of humidity along the coast, but it's generally cool. So yeah, up in Fort Bragg or something like that, it's humid, but it doesn't get above 75 most of the time. So,
in where?
Like Fort Bragg, way on the north coast, North Shore.
Yeah,
way up on the north coast. Yeah, I've been up there a few times, and every time I've been up there, even in the summer, it's been cold. So, but it's right along the ocean there. So
yeah.
So this is kind of cool. Get the stream. What you call it? The divide. Flows. Oh, okay. Oh, exposure blending. Okay. Yeah. So he's doing multiple exposures and putting them together to make sure he's getting all the detail. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Is that just a different way of saying HDR?
Probably manual HDR. Yeah. He's doing it himself. He's picking and choosing.
So he's layering, and then he's.
Yeah, I think he's layering and then making the choices rather than HDR. Even if it makes a lot of choices for you before you even get to the point of tweaking it. So yeah. So 3 variations: 2 in black and white, and 1 in color. I could sit here all day. So I like the black and white version. This is nice. I like that one. The stream. So this is, I'm assuming. Oh, okay. So he must have done it in different ones. Oh, this is kind of nice. A nice little repeating pattern. With the 2 curving of the. I guess the water, going over the edge of the pond there. Enclosure. Yeah. That's a nice one. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Got some people. Southford Falls. I'm still chilling here. So this was, okay, half a second. A little bit of movement. That guy moved. He turned his head. She must have been talking to him, and he turned his head to talk or something. Yeah. But yeah, that's a nice. It's actually a nice. I like the composition with the people there. Kind of does. Kind of gives some scale to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it's a place that you'll find wedding photographers go to.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I can see that.
All right, this time of year now, the green and wedding season coming upon us. Yep. Although I know around here, and it's probably everywhere, parks, you've got to get a permit to go do the, to do the photographs there anymore. Didn't used to be like that, but
no.
Yeah.
Just looking at tax union which way they can.
Yeah. Yep. So here's a guy down here. Okay, so this is the lower level of this. There's a guy down here. Looks like he's fishing or something. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
He's got a fishing pole there. Yep.
So he's kind of
hiding behind the sapling. Yeah.
Doing something suspicious down there.
Yeah. Security. Yeah, that's neat. I love all the waterfalls he gets. Oh, okay, so this is he kicked that guy out, or maybe he fell in the pool and drowned, but he's not there anymore. He was here. Just 4.5 months, Ray. Okay. Yeah, pretty soon. I have a good friend whose daughter graduated high school yesterday, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's graduating high school." It seems like I was like, "Yeah, it just seemed that long ago when she was running around 4 years old." That's when we've known him for 14 years, and it's like, yeah, it seems like it was just yesterday that she was basically learning to walk, and now she's graduating and gone. Yeah, time flies. That is for sure.
I like that spot color of yellow in that shot. It's nice.
Oh, up here on the trees.
Yeah, and it's kind of mimicked on the bottom of those rocks. You got
That's true. Yeah, you've got the yellow down here in the front of the pool, and then the yellow is the sunlight showing on the trees there.
I'm not sure what that thing is to the right. It looks like some sort of wooden structure.
Yeah, I think this is the top of that panorama shot with the people. So I think this is where the people were standing. He was that first shot panorama was over here somewhere. He was took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like just some railings kind of thing.
Yeah.
Keep people from going over the edge.
Yeah. So the second shot, he was up a little farther, shooting down into this area here where that guy was fishing, and now he's down. And so, yeah, so that's kind of cool. Oh, I like this one. I really like this one. You got lots of movement there. Nice variation of a pattern, but it varies. Nice colors. Yeah. Nice lighting. I like the
light is wonderful. Really nice.
Yeah, the light on the log there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice kit. It's about halfway, 2/3 of the way through the image. So kind of.
It looks to me that he placed that white spot on that boulder in the lower third. Intentionally.
What, down here?
Yeah. I want to point it on my monitor as if you could actually see my finger. Yeah, but I would like to have seen it if he recomposed it more and moved the camera to the right to move the stream into the
or into the middle,
right third, the first third on the right.
Okay,
because it's beyond that, because that's really the main subject.
It's the stream.
Yeah, Maya immediately wants to go to that white spot on that diagonal rock there.
This one over here on the far right, or down here?
Left.
Down here in this front part.
Right there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a leaf. Yeah, it's a leaf or a lichen.
Well, no, it's that area without the lichen on it.
Yeah. Yep. The bare spot of the rock. Yeah, where the moss isn't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're thinking if he would be over more on this way.
Yeah, I don't know if there was something there that would have just been really bad. If this was the best.
Maybe this was the best composition you could get. Yeah.
Maybe
there's a shopping cart over here or something you didn't want to get.
Yeah, with the moon in it. Yeah.
You never know. Okay. Love on the Rocks.
This is I see this composition as being really, really nice. And my initial thought was, where's the guy on the rock fly fishing with maybe a 25-year-old bottle of scotch? It's that kind of. It looks like that kind of a. It would be. You'd see it in an ad like that. But I want to see somebody on that corner there.
Yeah,
a nude model of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's a great shot.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice perspective on the thing. The only thing that's kind of the most distracting to me is this little
of the twigs up there.
The tree up here. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. So that's easily cloned.
But yeah, you could clone that out, or I don't know. Yeah, clone it out would probably be better than cropping because then you just have more rocks. Yeah. So
you don't want to crop it.
Yeah. I think you could maybe get rid of that. That was just a little distracting, but yeah, I mean the light's great.
Yeah, now that you've zoomed into it, because I'm saying
now
it's kind of
you can't
small.
take your eye off it. Yeah. I just ruined the whole shot for you, just like that.
Oh yeah. Well, now it sucks. Next.
Yeah. Next. Okay. So this is the other. So this is where you wanted the guy with the whiskey bottle. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
it?
Yeah. See, I think you were saying we want. So he's over here drinking the whiskey. I think. Yeah. See. Yep. I think he said, well, I'm done shooting. I'm just gonna start drinking, sipping on some scotch here on this rock. And but yeah. No,
That's nice waterfall there.
He has
I
got
don't think we
some
have
great
anything
waterfall.
like that over here.
What's that?
I don't think we have anything like that.
Yeah, you would have you have them in the up in the mountains, but they're not going to look like this at all. I mean, this is all East Coast.
Not this cascading thing. They're more like rapids. Yeah.
It's a different kind. It's a different kind of waterfall. We have them here in the mountains. If we go up into the mountains, so this is like an Appalachian mountain type of thing. The kind of rock. That's slate or whatever it is, and everything. Yeah, that's the kind of waterfalls I did a lot of I did a lot of hiking and backpacking growing up in Pennsylvania, and the mountains of central Pennsylvania are just like this. So that's why I always like looking at these shots, because it's like, it looks like stuff I backpacked in, 50 years ago, almost.
It's a great spot to put on a pair of waders and get a front shot.
Yep. Yeah, I know he does have.
And then slip in and dunk your camera in the water.
Yeah, well, he's already done that. He's been there, done that. He doesn't want that. And he's got his new. No, he's been shooting. Yeah, he's got this new one he's had for what, 6 months or so? Yeah, 6 or 7 months.
Looks great. Colors are great.
Yeah, no, he really likes it, I think. Yeah, this is March 27th. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Standing up, looking down into the right up next to the water, going down. That'd be interesting to play with flipping this around. I mean, this is the way it was oriented, but it'd be kind of interesting to turn it 90 degrees or try to get some kind of interesting kind of variation on that, more of a artistic than realistic, I guess. But he's got all the detail here, the little rock and stick in there. Pretty cool.
You can see he's making the triangle with the implied line going diagonally from lower left upper left, upper right.
Yeah.
Nice. Just subtle little cues.
Oh, there we go. Look at this one. You must have been feeling very romantic, because all these are love oriented. I don't know. March 27th. Yeah, he's got all this.
Must be late in the day, because it's rather cold temperature is nice and warm.
Yeah. Let's see when this was digitized. 5/22, 1722. Yeah. So afternoon. Just right as we were getting into daylight saving. So that means sunset about that time of year is going to be about 6:30 or so, probably. So yeah.
He probably tweaked it the post a little bit.
Ooh, this one's really nice. Yeah, I like this one. Nice, long. It's like a trail of green going up into the forest. All the moss along the stream. Yeah, that's a nice one. Very nice, Simi. Very, very nice. Yeah. Ooh, there you go. Black and white. What do you think? I'm kind of liking this. Let's see. There may be time. Unlike sticks in a stream at the mercy of the current, we can always do something, no matter how small. Stay strong, stay flexible, and create with a purpose. Yeah. I like the black and white. That's a nice one in black and white because the trees are still most. I think it's because the trees are most. They're not leafed out, so that makes it really stand out. So you see all the individual tree branches and everything, as opposed to if it was leafed out, it would probably just be pretty much a solid all the way across, which wouldn't look as good in black and white, I don't think.
But then again, you wouldn't have a bunch of trees that one might think were dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there probably would be some break in there. He goes back there now and does the same shot. Yeah, you'd probably notice maybe 15, 20% of them. There's probably a natural break in there, just because of.
And then you would have a bit of a contrast, visual contrast, where you have these healthy-looking leafy trees in the background and with this
that's true.
branch.
You got all even if that was more dark than light, you got all this light up here with the.
Really that background with the trees is really secondary.
Yeah,
if
you
not
got
more so.
All the water flowing, which is on the lighter side. Yeah. Nice. Oh, okay.
So this I'd like to see in black and white.
Yeah, this would be nice. And this little bridge up here, it's kind of interesting up here on the top. Is that a guy? No, that's a stick. Okay. That almost looked like a person. Like a guy leaning over looking into seeing what's going. Yeah. Very nice, Simi. Synergy.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got the camera pretty much almost right on the log, going right across the stream. Yeah, that's a neat perspective there. Yeah. Nice. That's a nice one. Swirling, little whirlpool. So this is at the top. So that shot a few ago. This bridge was way at the top of the. Now he's getting closer to the top of the waterfall here. You got a whirlpool going on there.
When the leaves are falling and they're in that area and that area is just filled with leaves, that would be a cool shot.
This would be a neat place to come back to in the fall when there's leaves in the water, because you'd probably get a very interesting mix. Mostly a lot of color in the center and less color on the outside
because the water looks black and white, but everything else is color.
Color be orange and red. Yeah. That's a good point. There you go, Simi. That's our note. Go back there in October and see what we got. That's your assignment, should you choose to accept it. That's Speaking of, has anybody gone and seen Maverick?
No.
Yeah, just opened up a couple days ago, right? Yeah.
Feels like it's been years since I've seen a movie in the theater.
I haven't. Yeah, it's been years for us too. But I think, I don't know. I don't think I'll go to the theater and see it, but I probably will watch it because I kind of enjoyed Top Gun when it came out.
I definitely want to see it in a theater, but I think I want to drive to an IMAX theater and see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that somebody say that they did a lot of the effects were actual, not as much CGI as they did a lot of actual in-plane effects with cameras and all that stuff in the planes themselves. F-18s, I think they were using, right? Yeah.
Right. I think there's a Tomcat or two in some scenes.
Yeah. Well, I saw somewhere they said they were paying $11,000 an hour. Then to pay the Navy $11,000 an hour per plane or something shots.
Well, when you consider how much it costs per hour to maintain,
probably it's probably
they're probably losing money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy, but that would be a good movie to see. You might have convinced us. That might be. Pam probably won't like it too much, but that's okay.
Did she take you to The Notebook?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, well, this could be your revenge.
Revenge, no. I went there. Now you got to go to this one. I went to the chick flick. Now you go.
Exactly.
The guy flick. Yeah.
She doesn't have to go.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, okay, so it's like a detail shot of this branch that's in the water. I'm assuming that's what that is. Yeah, the branch has mushrooms or stuff on it. That's kind of cool. Interesting. Oh, okay, so it's a little different perspective. Portrait. And kind of a low, narrow angle. And so this is like an offshoot, because I would imagine the mainstream is probably off to the left, and this is just a little channel that's a little narrower. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. Nice light in the sky. Interesting pattern or shape in the water going through this little chasm here, this little rock thing. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, more black and white. Struggle. What do you call it? Struggle? Didn't say. I wonder if this is the same. Yeah, this might be that same log on that other one, just with a different composition.
It's almost like it's being suspended by the water there.
Mm-hmm. It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's cradling right into that little dip that way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is, I wonder if this is back in that section of old growth forest or whatever he said that they opened up in this forest preserve.
Mm-hmm.
And he was wandering, he's doing those shots, while he was standing there and kind of capturing himself in amongst the trees.
Right. Oh, with the blue markings on the trees.
Yeah.
So are these birch or aspen?
They're birch. They're some kind of birch. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I don't know which one, but yeah, kind of that papery kind of bark. Yeah. No aspens east of the Mississippi. Yeah, so these are birch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I always get them confused.
Probably similar. I mean, they're probably aspen and birch are probably similar as far as maybe one family up on the classification scale. They're probably similar, and they branch off. Yeah.
No pun.
That's a nice detail shot in black and white. Yeah. Okay, now we're back out at the ocean. So a little tide pool here, left over. Shore full of empty shells, empty boardwalk, tidal marsh emptying into the sound. Okay. Man, look at all those shells.
They're shells? I thought they were rocks.
Yeah, those are shells.
All shells.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you thought at first look you're thinking they're pebbles, but yeah, they're definitely shells.
Holy cow.
Yeah, all those mussels and whatever they are, snails and everything else like that. Yeah.
I mean, they're what someone eats them and just throws them there.
No, I think it's probably just all the.
Or they're alive and the tide's down.
They die there, yeah, in and out. They die there, and then probably birds or whatever pick out eat whatever's inside and just leave the shell, leave the shells.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then they get washed in with the tide, so they accumulate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Man, if I was a kid, I'd have a field day with that.
Yeah. Be lots.
I mean, I used to get excited finding a little fragment of a what they call those little silver dollars, the sea dollars, whatever you call them, or because
sand dollars.
Sand dollars. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The water's so rough in the Pacific. Those shells when they come on shore, they're pieces.
They get beat up because they get pounded over the rocks before they get to the shore. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever go to the Glass Beach?
I don't think so. Is it in like Marin County up there?
Yeah. Somewhere up there.
There's a few beaches up there that are super, super smooth sand, though. Maybe is that one of them?
Well, with this one, what happened was back in the day, like in the 20s, 30s, 40s, they would use that portion of the ocean as a dump site, and they would dump all the bottles there. And over the decades, they break up, smash up, and we basically turn into little glass pebbles.
Oh wow! No, I've never been there.
So the whole beach is just covered in green and brown, clear
Okay.
bits of tumbled glass.
Glass,
and that's why it's
basically.
called Glass Beach.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
awesome.
Huh. That's kind of cool. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah. We need to get back out to that part of the country. We haven't been out there
Yeah, Google it. You'll see what I'm saying.
8 or 9. We haven't been out. When was the last time we were out there? 10 years. Wow. Yeah. Jeez. Long time. Yeah. Hopefully in a couple of years we can travel more. That's the goal. So that's why I'm working so much now. So I don't have to in a couple of years. We'll see.
Work hard now. Play.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. The Expanse. It's like an Amazon show.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get the lighthouse way out at the end. Kind of looks like it's at the end of this strand of sand and rock going out there. It's a little beacon of red light. And this is probably in the morning, I would imagine. Yeah.
It's a nice image of contrast because on one side you got smooth, on the other side you got rough. On one side you got warm, on the other side you got cool.
5:42 in the morning, yeah, so early in the morning. Sun coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the right side is mostly dark. You just have that one little light out there. That kind of interrupts that. There's a couple.
There's a light out there? I can't see it.
Yeah, there's a.
Oh, the one that you talking about, the red light?
Oh, these things. Yeah, so I don't know if these are. Looks like maybe
it's
all the
probably
stuff across the bay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like
just
little towns or
city lights. Yeah.
docks or something like
Sure.
that. Yeah. But yeah, so but you have the light on the left. Yeah, it kind of transitions over to the dark on the right with the little jetty or whatever this is, the little sandbar
Nice.
dividing it out. Yeah. Okay, here's the detail of the finally made it to the end. Have to time this trek for a sunset. You have to check the tide and make sure you don't get stuck out there.
or a moonrise.
Yeah.
Get a nice 600 mil and.
Get the moon nice and big over the.
Yeah, I think that might be the same lighthouse that Tony Northrup used for his.
I was just thinking about.
Oh, you think
shot of
so?
that. Yeah, I'm thinking they're in the same area there, so that might be the same one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's probably what triggered it. My thought.
Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but to walk all the way out there, you got to time the sun with the tides, and hope the tide charts are correct. You don't want to be reading the opposite end.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when Dennis posts those image, the tides out there. It's like a 20 or 30 foot tide. When you get stuck out there, it's game over. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And that water's 45, 50 degrees. So yeah, you're not lasting very long.
Yeah.
If you get caught up in it. Okay, so all the rocks along the beach there. I wonder if this that island. Did he always? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This is the one where there's normally fishermen out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the ones where there's normally people on there. Yep.
Great clouds.
Mm-hmm. This is taken April 23rd. Oh, okay, so panorama. Penfield Reef sunrise panorama.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nice
Yeah.
balance of the sun and the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm. Got the sun over here and then a little bit of light on the lighthouse over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I love the transition of colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of goes from that purple,
Really warm.
yellows, reds and yellows to the blues, and then kind of the whole color spectrum.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very nice to me. Ooh, this is right before the sun's coming up. Oh, in the meantime, you can get what you want with a creative flip and a blend change. Now the sun is where it should be. Oh, okay. Flip the background and then merged it with the foreground. Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Very smart. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to use Photoshop.
He's not too bad.
Yeah. If he wasn't, then we'd have to feed him to the alligators. So was this with your 14 mil? No, 600 millimeter. Okay, that maybe you get up there with the with the 14 millimeter.
Just with the iPhone, you know.
Yeah. Just hold that pose, Mr. Alligator.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, full 600. Yeah, that's a nice one. Got the evening sun going in there.
Yeah, it's a good time to be down there.
Yeah. Yep, they're out getting their last dinner is served. Empty talent. Is this a snail kite?
No, that's Osprey.
Osprey. Okay.
Yeah.
He went down to grab something and didn't get it.
Yep.
He's pissed.
Got wet for nothing.
Yeah. That's pretty nice. You got the focus right on the eye there. That eye is super sharp. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He's flying and then shaking everything as he's going, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, somebody on Facebook was asking me if I ever get another photographer had posted something about goofy shots.
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking me if I got stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Can almost not even tell what it is. I mean, it's because it's moving, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
At one point I thought it was maybe he's in water, and I'm seeing a mirrored reflection, but no, this is in flight. Huh?
Yeah, it's in flight, shaking off the water.
Shaking off the water makes it a lot easier to fly when you get rid of a bunch of water weight. Yeah. Especially if you didn't catch anything, you got to save your energy for the next time. No use carrying extra weight. Okay. Yep. It's not a white-tailed deer. What kind of deer is that?
I don't know.
I was going to say mule deer, but that's a western deer. Yeah.
I don't even know. Our Florida deer.
Yeah, a Florida deer. Pretty small. Are they pretty small?
Yeah, pretty small.
Yeah. Looking at me. And that's a great place to end it because that deer is eating dinner, and I'm going to be eating dinner now. I can smell the ribs I put in the oven a couple hours ago.
Oh, man,
sounds good.
Dinner time, yeah. Oh, good images, guys. Yeah. So, Frank, I've still got your email. I'll put some thoughts down over the next few days, and I'll send you a few things to take a look at. I mean, if you're looking for that type of setup with a tube amp, relatively low powered tube amp and some high efficiency speakers, give you a few things to take a look at. And then
apparently that amp comes with a whole Pelican case filled with tubes, so you can just pull them out and change the flavor of the sound, if you will.
You're probably changing the because that's an active preamp and a power amp. I think if I'm thinking of the one, he's got a few different.
They all do. I think the least expensive one they make is like $800.
Yeah.
Really affordable, and it's getting just stellar reviews.
Yeah, no, he's got a good reputation. The issue now is you have demand, and then tubes are getting tougher and tougher to find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
buy them before you need them. Yeah,
a whole supply chain issue is catching up to stuff. I mean, I've got my amp has some KT 88s, gold lines, which are pretty highly regarded, but they're Russian tubes. So you're probably not going to be getting any of those for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I say most tubes are made in Eastern Europe or China.
Yeah, there's also China, and then these are.
That's what these come with. Some of the Russian tubes.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Russian or Chinese tubes. But I've got another set of 88s that I bought that I was going to swap out, and I haven't played with them because I really like the sound of those in there now. And they are, I think they are they Taiwan? I think they're from Taiwan. So those might still be available, but the cost on them has just gone way up. I mean, they've almost doubled in price. You know, they were like $40 a piece. Now they're $80 a piece. Now they were, $85, $90 a pair for a basic, nothing real esoteric, but now it's essentially $180 a pair. So
you can actually go as high as 4 figures on a tube.
Oh yeah. Yeah, depending on the tube. Yeah, depending on the tube, you can go into, was it the 300B tubes? Those are the ones that amps that use 300B tubes. You can get into $1,000 a pair or more for those. Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah,
but no, there's whatever amount you want to spend. There's something out there that will separate your money. Yeah, whether it's $100 or $100,000 or $1 million bucks, you can.
But at some point, you got to say, spending 2, 3, 4, 5 times more to get, the diminishing returns at some point it becomes too ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I would argue that you can make a pretty dramatic. If you pick stuff, if you take the time and be a little. Selective, you can make a big change. Most people, if they start off and they have a low budget, they want to maybe spend $1,000 or $2,000 on
the entire system. Yeah,
and you can get a really, I think a good sounding system for that. But you can make a big change going from like that to maybe like a, $2,000 to $4,000. But then once you start getting up over $5,000-$10,000, a lot, depending on what you're doing, then you're paying a lot for a little. It gets diminishing returns happen, especially when you start looking at stuff like turntables, DACs, that type of stuff. Is there really a difference between $1,000 DAC and a $5,000 DAC? I don't know.
To the dealer,
yeah, to the dealer, and there probably is, but can you hear it? But that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you like it and you can afford it and you like the art and you appreciate it, it's like artwork. I mean, really, at the high end, it ends up being more about art that you can listen to rather than just look at on the wall. So
exactly,
it's all good. You can every level from beginner to multi-million-dollar systems. Somebody can build something that will separate your money, come out of your bank account and into theirs. It's very easy to do. So,
but at some point you compare the two and you see which one is far more expensive, and the differences are. Just not within
your if anything,
you just don't.
And everybody's got a different level of that. I'm at a much lower level on that. But yeah, it's fun. So yeah, I'll put some thought to it here next week or so, and I'll send you an email with some things to maybe take a look at. Yeah, good. Any new vinyl from US? Did you buy anything? I saw you posted something. You had a big was it the spring show or something?
Yeah, the library friends of the library sale.
Yeah.
I've just been buying new releases. I got the new Arcade Fire album, Harry Styles album, stuff like that.
Okay.
Mostly.
Wasn't it Record Day not too long ago?
Yeah, Record Store Day was a month ago. Yeah.
Picked up a couple of things. There was an Elton John thing I picked up there, and a Barry Coryell thing.
Okay.
Record Store Day.
There's a lot coming out too. Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually another Record Store Day coming up in a couple weeks here, I think.
Oh, really? In June? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a smaller drop than last time, but there's a few more things coming.
Are there some good things? I haven't looked at that. Or some things
I don't remember seeing anything that interested me on the June list, but it depends on what you're into. Really.
Yeah, what you like to listen to. Yeah.
So this is an industry-run, organized kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Record Day.
Yeah. They kind of coordinate and have releases that they will then primarily do retail first. I mean, that's the idea behind it, is to get people to go to their local record store, wherever that is. And it's gotten pretty big the last few years.
Yeah, we had a Rasputin's down the street here. Now it's a discount grocery store.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a challenge. Although there's been some that have been opening up that weren't, new ones opening up. So, I mean, the demand is there, and then there's definitely a lot of new releases and new stuff coming out, and there's more capacity coming online too, I guess, right? Yeah, people are actually putting new presses in and opening up new pressing plants, which is always a good thing. Maybe the prices will come down a little bit, and the supply will be a little bit more available. Yeah, stuff will be more available, less of a waiting list, that type of thing. So.
Right. People want that tangible something that they can hold on, as opposed to the ones and zeros in their phone.
Yeah.
That's
why CDs are still. I mean, CDs are picking up. Because you've got it's physical media that you can that you own. And they come with smaller versions of.
Yeah, you can turn it and look at the fancy colors on the backside of the CD.
They're including books and stuff there. It's not quite the same as buying,
No. But the problem still is the engineering of the CD is they're compressing the shit out of the audio, and it's really
a lot of them are, but there's definitely a lot of audiophile CDs where they're remastering from the original. The original master tapes. I mean, MoFi, is famously they're doing that, but there's a lot of good ones out there. So, but people are getting more into physical. I think streaming is still bigger, but physical media is gaining more and more people that want to have at least some physical media.
People are always going to migrate to.
But CDs are coming back. I've seen articles that say CDs are not dying off. They're ramping up production again. It's starting to get a little bit larger piece of the pie. And they're both vinyl and CDs are taking away from streaming a little bit, a few percent here or there, which is, I'm good with that. Yeah.
Have you guys ever did an A/B test with CD and Super Audio CD?
I have a few that I can do that with.
Yeah.
To me, I can hear the difference between like the higher bit rate and the straight CD quality.
Yeah.
Just one.
It depends on the music, I think. It depends on the music sometimes, I think.
Yeah, probably. Jazz is probably going to be a lot easier than, say, metal.
Yeah, probably will be. Yeah, more instrumental. I mean, so you're listening through you've got just a all-in-one player, right, Wes? Is that what you have
I have a Sony 4K player that's also does SACD.
Yeah.
And it's digital to the DAC that's built into my Pioneer receiver.
Yeah.
Pioneer Elite receiver. It's got a nice DAC in it.
Yeah. So you can.
Their Elite brand was
the other two. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It's fun. It's definitely fun for sure. So, all right. Well, let me think about that, Frank. I'll see if I can put something together and send you an email with some company, maybe some things you haven't seen, and I'll just confuse you even more.
That's confused away. I appreciate it.
Okay. Good.
All right. This is going to be a long journey.
Yeah. That's if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. That's for sure. So.
All right.
All right, guys. Take care. All right. Have a good one. See you.
Bye.